What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jupiter's Crock here on the Outpost Unknown YouTube channel. My name is Matthew, joined once again by Ronan and Frankie,
He's replacing me right now.
and Plodicus himself, Steve.
Yes, yes, I am here once again.
Okay, well, we have reached the penultimate episode, gentlemen, of House of ASHUR. I think this episode's called "Those Who Remain," and when it sort of popped up, I was like, I wonder if that's sort of like meaning like those that remain who continue watching this show. Like, I wonder how many people have made it this far into House of Asher. We shall see. Still no word on whether Stars is renewing it for season two, but we're crossing our fingers. So, gentlemen, last week I think we thought it was a little better than the
It was
prior week,
getting
right?
better. It was getting better, but the primary gripe that we were having is like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of tired of this and this. One of those issues seems to have been resolved, but like otherwise, it's still like, okay, all this stuff is kind of. I, I,
Yeah.
I don't really know if it came out of nowhere, but like at the same time, it's like I didn't realize this is what the show was building up towards.
We're going to talk about some weird some whether things were earned. I guess I have some comments there. Do you think certain moments in this episode were earned? But we shall get there. Steve, you're going into episode 9. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? You excited about what you're about to discuss?
Yeah, even though like the show just feels like it's not going to reach the heights that we wanted it to. I'm
Yeah,
still
fair.
excited every Friday to watch it. I'm still having a good time, even though I fully acknowledge the show could and should be better than it is.
It hurts substantially less than Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
It hurts substantially less.
There's always that hope that you're going to get that Halara butt shot in the next episode. So that just keeps us all going, just in case. But
That
Steve,
would
let's
thaw out any of the pipes. That would thaw them all out.
I want like the next season of House of Asher to start where at the beginning of this one Asher was like having a marble bust of himself like created. It should
No,
just be like
turn it into an ass.
yeah, it's just Halara's ass and like in marble, like chiseled marble, and that's what he's building up. But let's get into it. Steve, take us through those who remain.
Daddy Gladiator is brought back, and everyone is super sad about it, except the three of us because we don't care.
Don't care.
Cornelia fucking goes off on Asher because now there's this potential marriage between Pompey and Viridia, and that's not what Crassus and Caesar and Cornelia want. And so Cornelia just calls him, you're a stupid fucking shithead. If you had let Viridia marry this other guy, this wouldn't be happening. We know you're responsible for that marriage falling apart. This is on you. I have called Caesar, and he's going to come back and choke the fuck out of you, you stupid
Yeah,
bitch.
he's going to come back and he's going to call you stupid for a while too.
Anyways, yeah. So I guess we kind of figure out. Like, I remember last episode, we're like, why does this marriage matter? Like, why it's like we knew that Pompey and Gabinius were allies of each other, but only in the extent that if there's civil war and Gabinius has to choose a side, he's going to choose Pompey. And that was all we got. But now they go into a little bit more detail here, and what Cornelia and ultimately Caesar and Crassus are ultimately worried about is Gabinius's role in the Senate. If Pompey marries Viridia, then Pompey will presumably then have some influence over Gabinius and can make the Senate do what Pompey wants. And
Apparently, Gabinius is something of a powerhouse in the Senate, which I never got that vibe from the show. But at the same time, there was nothing in the show to make me think he wasn't. But that doesn't instantly mean I'm going to jump to him being a Senate powerhouse
yeah,
either.
well, I
Yeah, it
think
seems
I
like.
think it's sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Steve.
I think it's maybe more that Caesar and Crassus don't have like a patron in the Senate. 'Cause I remember in the original Spartacus show, uh, Crassus wasn't exactly making friends in the Senate, so I could see that maybe this would be a shortcoming of Caesar and Crassus. Like Pompey would have a senator in his pocket, and Crassus and Caesar like don't because they're not necessarily friendly to senators. They get uppity. That's
You
all
know,
I
I
got.
can
I am.
I can
I wish the show would show instead of just tell, but
Yeah,
that's what I
you know,
got out of this.
I can see that the glowing personalities of Marcus Crassus and Julius Caesar, at least as portrayed in the Spartaverse. I can see how those personalities wouldn't exactly be you know they're just attracting friends to them constantly.
Yeah. Well, if you
Yeah,
remember, like in Rome, please hit that like and subscribe. Go listen to all of our great Rome
Don't do
episodes.
that.
Remember, like
He's lying.
Pompey was on the side of like the Senate, right? Like Cicero and stuff. They were for Pompey's side. And to me, to get to Ronan's point here, I think it's apt. This episode, I'm going to bring this up. What were some of the, I guess, revelations, for lack of a better term, like earned and deserved here? And Gabinius, like, you're right. It makes it sound like when I was watching it was like, wait a minute, this one dude, Gabinius, can suddenly sway all these people. It made him seem like he's a Cicero of the Senate. Like everybody respects this guy. And I never got that from
No.
the show. Never once. I thought he was just a rando senator, but now he can suddenly sway all these people and make all this stuff happen in Rome. And I didn't feel like that was set
yeah.
up.
Yeah. I
There's
also didn't like it doesn't help that within my mind, I was like, okay, well, he's senator, but he's kind of like a local senator, not like an
Yeah,
actual like big time.
Capua. Yeah,
Yeah, he just kind of presides over this. But he's not really out in Rome. He's not that kind of senator. But I don't know how the Roman politics work. So like like
yeah.
I guess
It
being a
feels like he's
senator.
never in Rome. Like, does Gabinius ever go to Rome in
Like, I
this
think at the beginning of
season?
the show, like, I think he comes back in, like, I think what is it, the 2nd episode? Because he was in Rome, I believe, and then comes back. Because that was the whole thing. It's like, "Oh, beloved husband has returned," early in the show, but, like, yeah, he's never gone back since, not that I'm aware of.
yeah.
Hmm.
There's too much telling and not enough showing in regards to the politics of this show. We needed way more politics, less copy paste gladiators.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Oh, Steve? Oh,
oh.
no. Steve, you have no audio.
I can't hear you, Steve.
You have no audio, Steve.
And we're back.
Where did we leave off?
Spartacus. What happened? What did you
I
say, Spartacus?
I don't remember what we were talking about. Matt,
You were Steve. You were mentioning how this show needed more politics and less cut and paste gladiators.
yeah, I think I said that was going to be just my everlasting impression of this show, like the comment, the never ending flaw of the show, and I don't know. I think I was ready to move on for that. Matt's anti technology force field continues to claim me, and Ronan's fine, but Matt, it's not just me. Like other friends in our circle have also begun to suffer, and the common
As you
denominator
freeze,
is Matt.
as your
Look,
video freezes.
look. I have a brand new blazing fast editing laptop, and I've had no problems since I got this laptop. I think your guys' tech is just not on my level any longer.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean,
okay.
go
The
for it.
mic
Keep going. Let's go. Let's
Anyways,
go.
all right. So, anyways, we talked about the politics with Gabinius. Daddy Gladiator gets funeral pyred. It's terribly sad for everyone involved.
Not
Uh,
me.
and then terribly sad for everyone involved. And so now, like, time passes, and we get this montage of Viridia, of Achillia basically just beating every
whooping ass.
gladiator left except for Kid Gladiator. So she's learning the spear. She's like whatever trauma she had, she's put behind her. She is beating everyone, and so
Did
we
you
don't.
feel this was earned?
It
Did you
was
feel this montage was earned?
yeah, I was fine with that. It was a montage. Time was passing. It's not like she got her hand back together and was immediately back to the mountaintop. Like she
I
was
just
It's
working
I
through
felt
this
this.
is
this
a
could have been done better.
well, like it could have. This is another thing, and like we've mentioned this before. So Spartacus, just like Rome, is not the best show for explaining to us the passage of fucking time.
Yep.
So I have no clue how long this went on. I'm assuming not too long because she's out there whipping ass, she's beating everybody, she catches like trident and nets guys nets and throws it, and the gladiators who you've seen in your background, you're like, oh yeah, I vaguely remember him from episode. Yeah, I remember that. She's beating all of those guys. Yeah, like vaguely remember character number 2 takes an ass whooping. Creator wrestler number 1 takes an ass whooping, and
Yeah, some of
like
these
then
guys are like,
Cole.
if you plopped in like WWE 2K26 and went to the character created, and like these guys are just the template that you start with to build
Create a
different
character
characters.
number 1. Yeah, the creator wrestler number 1, like, the barrel shaped guy. But like and then Chorus comes out to her and is like, "Oh, well, yeah, it seems like you're getting better." It's like past because I guess we omitted, but I don't know how important it was. She wasn't able to see Gladiator's body before they did the pyre
Mm,
thing.
yeah, she's
And,
real mad about that.
Yeah,
but
I
this
didn't
must
care.
but this montage, I say that just because this montage from the chorus's dialogue seems like it's happening within 2 or 3 days after that.
Well, hang
That's
on.
the reason why I mentioned that.
In the last episode, like before Daddy Gladiator died, uh Asher asked Chorus like how long is it gonna be until like Achillia can fight again? And he said about a month. So now she's fighting again. I interpreted this to be about a month.
It
See,
might have been. Like, again,
I
like,
don't.
the
But we
show's
don't
not
know.
the
We don't
best at
know.
it. Yeah, the show's not the best at it. It doesn't affect Spartacus as badly as it affects Rome, but here we are, confused by the passage of time. It happens. So, yeah, being fair, gotta I gave Rome shit, so I gotta be fair and give this show shit too. Continue.
All right. Uh so anyways, I was fine with the montage of Achillia getting better and beating everyone except Kid Gladiator. We don't care about these other gladiators. Viridia is like starting to get herself ready to present herself to Pompey because Pompey and Caesar are coming back, and Viridia is like, "Hey, mom, Pompey's going to be a good husband, right?" And she's like, "Eh,
Yeah, but, he is
he's
rich.
male and he will be a husband, and that's all I can
Yeah,
promise you." But she does say, she doesn't tell Viridia, uh Proculus wants to kill me because I fucked him over, but she lets Viridia know there are people that are going to try to kill us when Gabinius dies. We need to get you married off to protect you. It may as well be Pompey. But yeah, Mama Viridia cannot even like pretend that Pompey is going to treat Kid Viridia correctly. Um, Caesar and Pompey show up. Pompey goes to Gabinius's place for a little while. Caesar, meanwhile, goes back to Ashur's place and tells him, "You stupid fuck," and just
Chokes
chokes
him.
the shit out of him. It tells him like, if not for Crassus's patronage, I would just kill you right now. Like, you are completely useless to me. You suck. You're fucking stupid. Your show doesn't know how to tell time. No one cares about your gladiators. Everything you're doing is wrong.
remember like
WCW sucks and you suck too. And now we the audience are like, yeah, he kind of does suck.
remember
What?
like early on. I don't know, third, fourth episode, whenever Caesar first showed up, he like beat the shit out of Asher then as well. I mean, it's just like Asher's just he's got to take it, I
He's
guess.
taking L's.
Yeah.
Got to take it.
Like all of this, like just bad shit to Asher does kind of like I doubt they're going to do it. And again, it's not going to make the show suddenly good if they do. But this does kind of it seemingly leans more into like Matt's idea last episode. Like, yeah, this whole show is just Asher in the actual hell because this is what hell looks like for
I
Asher.
After the end of this episode, yeah, I'm fully buying into that idea. I would still not be against putting money on this is, dying dream, but you would think if it was a dying dream, he would be successful of some sort, and he is not.
Yeah,
Anyways,
no.
so Caesar lays out his new plans. Like, look, we can't let this marriage happen. Gabinius has got to die, and Asher, you're gonna kill him. And Asher's like, no, I can't do that. I like Gabinius. I really like his daughter. I can't do it. But Caesar tells him, like, look, if you do this, like, these are your choices. You keep this marriage from happening, and our preferred way of doing that is kill Gabinius. And if you're successful, Crassus will not only commit funds to rebuild the arena, we will put you in charge of it. You will be in charge of all of the games in Capua, or you cannot do this, and Crassus will withdraw his patronage, and you will have no protections whatsoever. Whoever wants to kill you will be free to kill you. So, pretty please, ASHUR, make the smart choice here. And ASHUR looks devastated by this. He does not want any part of this.
Well, I like when he's like, "There must be another way," and then Cornelia is like, "Then fucking
Present
speak it."
alternative.
Yeah,
What is it? What is it? And he's just like, So I was like, okay, he's gonna scheme his way out of this somehow. That's what that was the moment I'm like,
he
finally.
does, but
He
it's
does.
impromptu.
Yeah.
It
I was
is
like,
impromptu.
finally, we're gonna
Yeah.
get Asher scheming out of this.
Yeah.
And-
So good.
Yeah, but and we do impromptu. Yeah, like this actually does go into like this is an Asher thing. He like like we're about to get to it, but he detects the opportunity. Oh shit! Wait a minute. I have an idea. If I do this and this,
Yeah.
we can get out of this place. Yeah, it's like
It
just
was
in
more
fairness.
it was more like he's backed into a corner and he has to do something more than he was like proactively scheming anything. So I think I like the Asher who's proactively scheming more than I'm backed in the corner. I just got to fucking do something sort of and hope it works out kind of scheme. But I appreciated we finally got something.
Yeah, I appreciate that somebody remembered that Asher has a fucking brain.
Yeah, and he mentions that in one of the conversations early on. They're like, "How did you survive?" Over? He's like, "Through my wit."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, finally,
Well, yeah.
let's utilize that wit." I mean, come
Imagine
on.
somebody watching this show without that knowledge. Which I mean, for one, shame on you, but for two, like they watch it, like what wit? This show has not shown any fucking wit from this goddamn asshole the entire run.
That's true. It'd be interesting. Someone who's never seen the original series, like I wonder if someone who's never seen the original show, what they think of the character of Asher. Are they just looking like this is like the weakest emasculated dude and I'm supposed to be following this guy through this whole thing? Or are they just sitting there like us, like waiting for that Asher of old to come out? I don't know.
Yep.
Anyways,
Continue on, Steve.
Pompey and Gabinius go to discuss the marriage and future plans, and Gabinius is like, "Hey, if you marry my daughter, you're going to treat her right?" And
Right?
Pompey's like, "Nah."
Poppy's like, she understands her duty, right?
Yeah,
Like
she
she
understands.
understands that
Yeah.
she's gonna bang me
Like,
whenever I want, right?
yeah, all Pompey wants to know is she going to submit to me? Is she going to do what I tell her to do when I tell her to do it? And
Yeah.
Just
I'm so
and
mad because Gabinius is like, he's like, oh, my daughter, she's so smart. She's got keen
she's
intellect.
educated. She speaks
educated.
Greek. She's
She'll-
read all the
Yeah.
classics.
And he's like, but will she let me fuck her when I want to fuck her? Sorry.
Yeah. Crassus, like not Crassus, like fucking Pompey being the fuck boy. It's just like, no, bro. You don't understand. Can I do butt stuff? Yeah, he's like, I mean,
Sure, fine. I'm sure she'll. And she has that great thing when she walks in, and the actress who plays is like, "Oh, he's like, I can't wait to consummate our marriage tonight or whatever." And she's like, "Oh, I've never dreamed of anything more pleasant," or something. Just the actress was really good in that moment when she was saying that.
Steve.
Steve
Oh,
can't
God
hear us.
damn it.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, God damn it. I'm glad I don't edit this stuff. Don't worry, guys. I got it worked out. I know exactly what happened. I didn't open up Nerd Rope when we started this. I've got the Nerd Rope now.
Oh God. Steve, I just want to let you know of how much editing you're forcing me to do here by piecing together all of these things because of your technical problems. So
do you know what I have had to do to salvage your fucking video and your fucking audio for previous Steve casts?
This is punishment towards me now? Is this like revenge? Oh my God.
Right now things are working. Let's fucking do this. Matt,
Go.
say whatever you were saying because I've forgotten.
I said
I'll take it over.
Viridia. I love how she just sort of was like, "Oh, I can't wait for the wedding night," sort of thing. That the actress was great in that moment.
Yeah.
So the discussion between Gabinius and Pompey is one, will you treat my daughter right? And Pompey says no.
That's basically what he says.
But Gabinius can't back down. But so Gabinius is like, all right, look, here's what's gonna happen. Here's my master plan. You're gonna marry Viridia, which is gonna put you in my corner. Back up a second. There's discussion about what everyone wants in the Senate. Pompey says that Crassus wants to collect tax money because that's the thing that Crassus cares the most about is money. Pompey says I want to reward my army for stopping the Spartacus rebellion. We know from watching the previous show that Pompey didn't really do that, but he's
No.
received all the
Yeah.
credit for it. So he says I want the Senate to approve like money and land and rewards for my soldiers. So that's what Pompey wants. That's what Crassus wants. So Gabinius says, like, look, here's what's going to happen. You're going to marry my daughter. You're going to treat her like shit. I don't care. I, Gabinius, will support you in the Senate. I will go to the Senate and I will say, yep, give Pompey soldiers money and land. You'll have what you want. And then in return, you are going to like stop fighting with Crassus and you're going to tell the Senate, even though you apparently don't get a say, you're going to say, you know what, I agree with Crassus. I want Crassus to have all this money. You two will be bros. We will avoid the triumvirate. You both of your armies that are threatening civil war will stand down, and then portions of each of those armies are going to go off to finally kill the Cilician pirates. That is Gabinius's play. He is giving Pompey his daughter in the hopes to both avoid a team up between Crassus and Pompey, but also avoid a war between them. He's trying to like put everything back to neutral. That's what Gabinius wants. Uh, and Pompey,
I would have liked to have seen like at some point prior to this a very serious conversation from Gabinius to anybody about the danger. We get like, hey, we can't like one sequence with whatever his wife, whatever, like oh the triumvirate, whatever. But I think we really needed Gabinius to like have communications with other people in the Senate or something, being like, this is bad. Figure something out, dude. Because again, I think the big problem with this is what you said, Steve. They're talking about stuff in the background, and then it's like supposed to hit us as this huge momentous thing. And a lot of these big events that occurred, even with Gladiator dying, it's like I don't give a shit because none of this was set up as well as it needed to be to really impact anything, in my
yeah,
opinion.
it's too much telling, not enough showing, and they don't even necessarily do a good job of telling sometimes. We need
No.
more politics, more demonstrated politics, not discussion about politics, and less copy paste gladiators because we don't fucking care. So, anyways, that's Gabinius's play. At the end of this meeting, Pompey says, "You know what? I will marry Viridia," and that's when Viridia comes in. It's like, "Oh yes, I am super happy to marry you."
Yeah. She's good in that scene. She's
Yes,
like,
yes,
can't
like
wait to consummate our marriage
Yes,
tonight.
yes. I
Yes.
I
yep.
bet you have a mighty good prosthetic penis on you. Yes. Yes. It's like
I don't know where that came from, but
we'll
Anyways,
find out.
after this, Pompey goes to Ashur's place. I don't necessarily remember why he went to Ashur's place, but he goes to visit Ashur. Maybe that's because
he
that's where.
wants to go he wants to go see the
All right,
gladiators.
yeah, he wants to go see Achillia specifically,
Yeah.
and so Ashur, puts on his he puts on his happy face. He's doing his suck up thing. He knows that Pompey wants to see Achillia, so he assembles the gladiators, and Achillia steps forward, and they're like, "Hey, how about we put on a fight?" And so Ashur tells Pompey to pick an opponent, and she picks copy paste Gladiator 4, and then Achillia speaks up. She's like, sorry, Pompey, this guy presents no challenge to me,
Yes, this
and
guy's a bitch.
and Asher's like, I will punish her severely for speaking out of turn. I am so sorry, Pompey. But
Of
Pompey's
course is
like,
about to whip her.
yeah,
He pulls out his whip.
yeah, and Pompey stops that. Pompey's like, no, 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 it's fine. She's just excited. Okay, Achillia, who would you pick to fight? And she picks Kid Gladiator. And so this is going to be like the conclusion, hopefully, of their rivalry. Like
Oh God, please.
whoever wins
Please.
this fight is going to be champion of this house, and Achillia wins, and Pompey says, all right, you want Achillia, kill him. And she talks back again, And he's like, no, 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 like please allow me to spare him. And Pompey grants that request. So Achille at this point has defeated everyone left in the
Hold on.
Ludus.
I have to ask you both, right? We had 9 episodes leading to this fight between Achille and Tarchon.
The
How
answer
did
is
this
no.
how did this fight make you feel? Did it pay off? Was it anticlimactic? Did you care at all about this fight? Like, how did it hit?
No.
I thought it was very anticlimactic. I was like, that's it. That's why. And now suddenly Kid Gladiator is going to be on our side and stuff. I was a little let down by this battle finally after 9 episodes.
I only cared in so much as I thought this has to be the end of this storyline. I just want it to be
Please.
over. Like
Yeah.
if in the final episode Kid Gladiator is still being a douchebag to Achille, then I don't even know what the fucking point to all this was. We should have
I
just
mean,
not had any of these copy paste
yeah,
gladiators.
I'm okay if he's still like, well, yeah, I don't like you, blah blah. And she's like, because that is fine. But the whole, I am the rightful champion. Me. Where is my pacifier? I want all of that shit
That's
to stop.
gotta stop.
And that's why I was
Got to
saying, like, okay,
stop.
some of these plot lines actually we are seemingly moving forward with about 50 minutes left to go in
I
this entire
know.
fucking TV show. We're finally starting to move forward on some of this shit. Like, because hopefully now, because we saw, okay, so Achillea's back to like whooping ass and taking names in the Ludus. She finally has beaten the shit out of Kid Gladiator. So hopefully that plot line is done. We don't have to go back to that. What they I that you can tell when they were in the writers' room. They were like, they were in their fucking New Zealand writers' room doing whatever version of New Zealand cocaine that writers do while they're writing these things. They were like, they were just like, oh, this is, what's going to be so fucking great? We're going to make this like, our own version of Spartacus and Crixus, but they failed so fucking hard at this. And
No, Crixus was actually cool. Like,
they were,
this guy,
they were both
Targon's
good.
not cool.
Yeah, the thing, yeah, they were both good characters. That's and
Yeah.
yeah, that's it has nothing to do with like with like coolness or whatever. They were just written better.
Well, they weren't like Crixus wasn't a whiny bastard like Tarchon. Tarchon's just whiny and cry baby this entire thing. It's like, I don't give a shit. Just, we know where it's going. We know Achilles gonna beat him. That's where the show's going. They could have done that 4 episodes ago and used the last 5 episodes for some other cool stuff, more ASHUR stuff, more Roman Senate and political intrigue. Instead, they milk this through 9 episodes. I'm like, ugh. And then
Because
the
they're
final
certain
battle
we're
was
into this
lame.
shit.
The final battle was like, that's it. It's like 35 seconds long, and then, I did not like it. Didn't
Yeah,
like it.
I would like to know of like the dozens of people that seem to watch this show, like, are we alone? Are there people out there that actually like the gladiator storyline in
uh,
House of Asher?
Leave a
in the
comment down below, folks. Do you like the gladiators in this show?
we're kind of on borrowed time because we have no idea how long Steve's Walmart internet is going to last. But I have
Fair.
seen, I
Fair.
have, I have seen,
Is dial up internet?
You
I
know
have
what I can do?
seen.
You know what I can do? I can walk over to the sink in my house and get water.
I don't need that. Um, I'm good currently, but
Steve can go
before
take a shit and flush his toilet roll.
Yeah,
shit,
I'm gonna flush
oh
it
shit,
multiple times even when I don't need to.
I will shit in a bag outside because I'm just fucking hardcore that way. But so on the Spartacus Reddit page, like when I scroll down there, because like how the algorithms work, it knows that I've been talking about Spartacus somehow. But no, the stuff we're talking about this all seems to be very universally felt within like the Spartacus fan bases. What the fuck is going on with this show? It started off so good, and about midway through, we made it a few more episodes longer than like the internet did. But like, it's we all got to the same conclusion of like none of this shit was earned or set up well.
It started better than Spartacus Blood and Sand.
Yeah.
And then it's just slowly kind of
In fairness,
devolved
that is
into
not a
like,
high bar. That is not a high bar to clear.
right. But it's just it's like the inverse. Like Spartacus started out bad and turned out to be awesome, and this started out pretty good, and it's just kind of like, we're limping to the finish line here. And by the way, the guy when we didn't really talk about Pompey's arrival, I didn't like the actor who played Pompey in this. What did you guys think of the actor they chose to play Pompey? He
He
seemed
looks
like
too old for this point in time.
he seems weird.
I should have gone
Uh,
back and watched the final episode of the original series and see, like, is this even the same guy? Like, how
I
old was
don't think it
Pompey meant
is.
to be in that last episode of
But like
Lord of the
all he
Dam?
does in War of the Dam is he rolls up in the last episode, in the last like literally 3 minutes, rolls up on his white horse with his white armor and just takes credit for. He's like, yes, yes, Crassus, I did all this. I take the credit,
well,
and that's basically
he's
it.
like, I was on my way and I mopped up the last few gladiators that were escaping, and I took all the credit for it.
Yeah.
So
Spartacus was probably there, so I probably got him. And Crassus, I remember that plot point now. Like, like Caesar's like, the fuck you did, and Crassus is like, no, no, no. Let's let Pompey have it, because Crassus is already thinking ahead. We can partner up here, which apparently didn't work out. Anyways,
No,
again, Walmart internet. Let me get through this. So after Aquilia spares Kid Gladiator and hopefully kills that storyline, Asher looks, or Pompey's like, oh yeah, Aquilia, you're awesome, and Asher's like, you want to fuck her? And so now now we finally get Asher hatching a fucking scheme.
scheme. It only took
Yes.
9 episodes. All right,
we
great
did it, Lance. We
job.
did it.
I
Woo!
mean, he schemed to like kill like the Proculus's people a couple episodes
Did
back.
he? Did
Yes, he
he?
did.
Or was that Viridia's mom's kind of like thing? I don't know. I don't know if I'd call that a scheme so much as like I'm just going
All
to
right.
take advantage
We
of this.
called it a scheme 2 episodes ago. Steve, continue.
We might be
All
wrong.
right. So Asher is going to hatch the scheme. He gets Hilara to convince Messia to steal some of the opium or whatever the hell drug it is that Cornelia has. And then he writes a letter to Gabinius, and he addresses it from Pompey, but of course it's not Pompey. And he's like, Gabinius, I need you to show up right fucking now. Drop everything you're doing and come to the House of Asher. We got shit to discuss. And he has a scene with Aquilia, and Aquilia is like, I mean, I'll fuck him if I have to. If you're my dominus, if you tell me to do it, I will do it. And Asher's like, no, I don't want you to do that. I'm looking for a way to avoid
Noted
this.
feminist Asher
Yeah,
does
no,
not want.
Asher is actually like, look, I really don't want to do this to you. You know, this is really problematic, but like, just please bear with me. I'm trying to keep a lot of bloodshed from happening here. If all this works well, his cock will never touch you. But
I gotta
she
say,
did.
I gotta say, noted feminist Asher is my favorite bit from the series that we've done so far. So Asher tells her like, look, I don't want you to fuck him. I got a plan, so you're not even gonna have to touch him. And so then we cut to Aquilia and Pompey together. They're chatting, and we get the rest of Aquilia's
The
backstory.
the rest of the story that we've been waiting for so long.
Just out of the blue, like, yeah, I'm just gonna.
Well, no,
This is,
Pompey asked her, is like,
I know.
I've never encountered a person like you. How was it that you became, a slave? And she says that so the backstory we get is, a few episodes ago we saw her memory where she throws a spear at a bad guy and ends up like killing like a friend. Well, it turns out that friend was apparently like a member of whatever royal family from the area she was in, and the penalty, obviously, for killing a member of the royal family is death. And so her dad uh, sold her to the Romans because that was the only way she was going to be able to live. It was basically stay and get executed or go with the Romans and be a slave. And I guess he decided, well, at least she'll be alive. So that's the rest of her story.
I like that story. I don't like how they executed the story. Like,
Yeah.
I like I said, I would have loved to have seen that. I would have loved to have seen the rest of that story with her conveying that to someone she actually cares about, rather than just info dumping it on Pompey while trying to get him like drugged. Like it just felt like rushed. I think that's maybe my main complaint about this episode. It feels like everything was rushed to get us to the final episode, and we got to drop all this shit. I
Yeah,
don't know.
fair. But anyways, so now it's time for them to fuck, and Pompey is like, you know, I really
Let's
want to
have some
fuck
more
you,
wine.
but I just committed to marrying Viridia. I need to honor her, so sorry I can't fuck you, but at least let's have a drink together. And so then Achillea spikes his wine, and so that's where the opium comes into play. So now Pompey is going to be drugged as shit. Uh, so now we're back in Gabinius's house, and Viridia is about to leave. They have their last moment together. The board game they've been playing. Let's just put all the important shit that's going on in the world. Let's just ignore it for a little while and play this last game. But then the messenger with the letter from Pompey arrives, and Viridia tells Gabinius, "Don't worry, Dad. It's fine. We'll be able to play this game when you get back, which you're definitely coming back." Wink. And so Gabinius leaves to go to the house of ASHUR because he got this message, supposedly from Pompey, saying, "Get your ass over here right now." And so Gabinius shows up, ASHUR greets him, and they have a moment where Gabinius is like just short of like going on about, you're my son now.
Asher, yeah,
Where
Asher,
did
you're
this
so cool.
come from?
Asher, you're so cool. I've always thought upon you for the last episode and a half as a son. Your father would look on you
What?
with such pride as and Asher's like about to cry
Well,
because
he's
this
like,
Yeah.
is
"You
the
called me Asher?" And then
yeah.
he's like, "Just dump it how I love you, man. You're like a son to me, basically, and your
And
father would be so proud of you."
I know that my daughter would totally fucking bang you. I know she would, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I might not recoil at that thought. But you're just so cool. I might even let you fuck my wife. You're so awesome. And Asher just sort of like, this is literally the best
I'm
news.
like,
This
"What?"
is
Like,
the
I was looking at the scene like, "What the fuck are we doing here?" Like,
Yeah.
this came out of nowhere. I mean,
this
come
is
on.
the best day of my entire life in this show. This is the best day.
Yeah. Long
And
story short, Gabinia shows up and basically tells Asher, uh, "You seem to actually care about Rome more than the actual Romans do, and you seem to care about my daughter more than basically anyone but me does.
he's
Therefore,
half right.
Asher, you're awesome. You're great. Your dad would be so proud of you." And Asher, for a moment, is like, how about you just leave? Asher starts getting cold feet about his plan. Like, he is like legitimately like moved to tears by this. It's like, let's just, how about you just go home? I'll make up an excuse for why you couldn't stay. I'll handle it. And Gabinius is like, absolutely the fuck not. Pompey called my ass out here. Let's fucking handle it. And so he walks to this back room, and Pompey and his giant fake dick are passed out on the ground with a naked Achillea. And so they
No
have to.
man in this show, Steve, has a small dick. Every man in ancient Rome has a gigantic donkey
Yeah, I
dick.
mean, you would, and if you're an actor, you'd write that into your contract. Uh, so,
Oh yeah.
and so Gabinius sees this, and Achilles is like, I'm so sorry, Dominus. He wanted to fuck me. I didn't have a choice. And Asher, he's acting. He's playing
Asher
along.
yells at her to,
Achilles, I'm so disappointed in you. Wink. Leave us while the important people deal with this. And Gabinius just fucking Gabinius showing up like wakes Pompey up, but he has no memory of any of this. I don't know that he recognizes that he's been drugged, but he is fucking out of it. And Gabinius goes fucking off. It's like, the Pompey, you stupid fucking sniveling shit.
you're
I
a
hate
snake in
you.
the grass.
You're
You
a
did
snake
this
in the
before.
grass. You're not good enough for my daughter. You fucking suck. The actor from the last 5 minutes of the last episode of the original series was better than you. We want that Pompey back. You fucking
I,
douchebag. We hate
I
you.
bet he doesn't even
Uh,
need a prosthetic penis. He
This
I bet
guy,
his dick is real.
Gabinius, spent this entire show saying basically, I must do everything to save the Roman Republic. I will even sacrifice my daughter to do it. I'll let Pompey have his way with her when I know my daughter doesn't want it. But the moment he sees like Pompey with a gladiator, That's all tossed out the window, and suddenly he doesn't give a shit about any of that anymore.
He roasts Pompey for what
He
seems
does.
like a good 5 minutes. Even
Oh, yeah.
and then Caesar and Cornelia come out, and they didn't know this was going on. It's because they're like
I do enjoy the whole time this is going on. Like they're looking at each other like, huh, huh.
Yeah, they're
Did
like,
this
what?
did this motherfucker just do it? Like because they're
yeah,
actually kind
yes.
because they are giving each other little winks and smirks like, oh my god, Asher just did an Asher. This is great.
So anyways, like Gabinius is roasting Pompey while Caesar and Cornelia come out, and they're trying to like resolve this. And Asher is like, faking it. He's acting. He's like, no, let's
Phineas
not let
turns
our
his back
plans
and
fall to
Asher gets a little
ruin.
smirk looking at Caesar like,
Yes.
yeah, fuck yeah, I did. And then Phineas turns around and then Caesar's like,
Caesar's like, let us take wine to calm ourselves down, and Gabinius is like, I don't want fucking wine. I want to fucking continue to roast Pompey for another 7 minutes. The
he
important part
stumbles
is
out, his uniform's all on wrong. You
Gabinius
wound me.
Gabinius tells Caesar that Pompey is his enemy now, and he's like, maybe I should team up with you and Crassus. And Caesar's like, that's a good, yeah, let's fucking do
You
it.
really should.
But Gabinius will not fucking stop roasting Pompey. And Pompey, still drugged out of his fucking mind, slashes him with the sword. And so everyone at this point panics. So like Caesar has to like get Pompey the fuck out of there. Like could just you fucking clear the area because some important political Roman shit has just gone down, and
Well,
we got to keep this under wraps.
another dangling plot thread comes home to roost in this moment too, because Pompey's like, "What? Oh, I didn't mean to do this. Get your medicus." And Asher looks back at him.
Yeah.
I have no
I don't have a
medicus.
fucking medicus.
No medicus, and I must scream. So everyone's gone. It's just Gabinius and Asher and Cornelia, and Gabinius is bleeding out. He's about to die. But maybe there's a chance he can be saved, but so far no one knows. No one. Pompey and Gabinius don't know what Asher has done. But Cornelia is there, and Cornelia is like, "I underestimated you, Asher. This was good job. You pulled off the plan." And Gabinius is just alive enough to hear that, and so he opens his eyes. He's cursing Asher, and Asher
He starts
has
roasting Asher.
Pompey's
gone, you
a
fucking
solid
snake.
15
he
minutes.
keeps saying that Viridia will know of this, and
I'm like, no,
Asher,
she won't, bro. No, she won't.
Asher has to suffocate Gabinius as Asher is crying, and we get like a shot of like Viridia doing nothing important, and
Steve,
that's the end of the episode. Yes,
Asher did to Gabinius what
I
I
was
did
gonna
to
say
that
this.
dude in House of Ashes.
Matt and I are playing House of Ashes together. I think tomorrow we'll probably or Saturday, whatever the 31st, we'll do another episode. But there was a character that like Matt was trying to restrain him while my character is giving him morphine, and I passed the QuickTime event to successfully give him morphine. Meanwhile, Matt has got the guy covering his nose and mouth,
He
and
was trying to scream. There are monsters coming.
and Matt apparently, I feel like Matt didn't realize he was supposed to let go.
Did not. The guy just died, and then later on in the stream, there's like one of our viewers pops on. He's like, "Hey, wait, where's that other dude?" I'm like, I fucking killed him like 2 hours ago. It was yeah. So I pulled an Asher.
End of the episode, you Merwined the guy or whatever the fuck.
Merwin?
The guy's name was like Merwin or something like that.
Merwin. Yeah.
Okay, that's new for the Let's Con. All right, Merwin. Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, that is episode 9 of House of Asher. I'll go to you first, Ronan. Your thoughts on this episode?
I mean, us talking about it the last 5 minutes or so of it makes it sound a lot better than it actually is. But it was like
the ending is good. Like the ending is very good.
It's acted well, but it also all comes the fuck out of nowhere, and you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" Followed by a 20-minute roast session. But like the minute Pompey stumbled drunkenly, or not drunkenly, but you get that high out of his mind
Yeah,
into the pool. I'm like, oh, he's gonna kill this guy. Like instantly, it's like, oh, dead bro walking. He is a
yeah,
dead. He is gonna die. Like the minute that happened. So it's like, on the one hand, you have this. Oh yeah, Asher did an Asher, but also similar to the failed plot 2 episodes ago, this plot backfires at the very last moment. So it was like, okay, well, he didn't do an Asher.
Did it backfire, or did it just was not the ideal scenario? Because presumably Asher is now owed a favor by Crassus, and he gets to have the arena and whatnot. And if he keeps his fucking mouth shut, he gets to have Viridia, presumably.
Yeah, but it's gonna eat at him because we now know that, like, I mean, I kind of then I've actually enjoyed seeing Gabinius and like Asher interact with each other. Like since that their talk like several episodes ago where he just randomly yells at him, "Get the fuck out of my house!" It's like, what are these guys getting at here? They've had like very good character interaction, and you could always tell. So like Gabinius saying like you're a son to me, it came on too strong, but like it has been fairly obvious like throughout the show. This was one of the few things they've done right, is that Gabinius has slowly but surely warmed up to Asher. That's one
yeah,
of the few things the show has gotten right. Now,
yeah.
I don't think it was "you're a son to me and I love you." And you know what?
Like
If it wasn't for
Asher.
Pompey, I might even let you penetrate my daughter. Oh, she's got such a sweet ass.
Yeah,
But it's
it's way over the top. I think it would
yeah,
have been more effective if Gabinius had been like, you know, Asher, I actually really respect you, and I appreciate the things that you've done, and how you care about my daughter. But he basically, what's the opposite of roasting? Like gushes
yeah.
over Asher, and oh, your dad would be so proud of you, and how
Gabinius,
above your station. I'm like,
he goes through
really?
a
Like
lot of strong emotions in this episode.
he
Yeah, he
does,
goes through
he
a
does,
whole fucking
he
lot.
does, he
That's a good
does.
point. But so, I
I
mean,
feel like they just told that actor, "Like, hey, we're killing you in this episode. You fucking, go out with a bang, act the
Roll
shit
with
out of
it.
it." And he
Nick
did.
Terabay, by the way, is awesome in this episode. Nick Terabay
Yes.
as Asher did great. Like his emotion and crying and stuff. Did I get the sense that he was that emotionally connected to Gabidius? No, but maybe they're trying to say it's more like he's just torn up because he knows what Viridia is going to be devastated, and maybe that's part of his emotional aspect. I don't know. That scene on paper, awesome. The execution of it didn't quite
like so
come
much
across
else
here.
in this show, the execution was not there. Uh, like but like we got to see that resolution. Hopefully, a gladiator subplot has moved forward and is actually stuff actually seems like it's moving forward in this
Oh,
episode, which on the
yeah.
one hand is good. But on the other hand, there's like 50 fucking minutes left of this entire
Wait,
fucking show.
do we actually know that? Maybe the last episode will be an extended episode.
Okay. I'm
Maybe.
sorry. There's 90 minutes left of this
Yeah.
fucking show.
We forgot to mention that Tarkon and Chorus have this interesting sort of interaction where Tarkon's like, "Can I have my prostitute girl come visit me?" And Chorus is like, "You're kind of in the shit house right now, but I'll broach words with Dominus about it." And it's just Tarkon looking forlornly out at a storm or something. I'm like, please, do we have to bring this girl back in next episode? Please.
We
No,
got to tie up that plot. I mean,
no,
let
we
me phrase
don't.
that. Yeah,
We can forget about that plot.
you know what? You know what? The minute I said it, I heard it. So,
Yeah,
like, we don't have to, but
no.
also if we don't tie up that plot line, I'm gonna bitch about it. So, you know, we kinda I guess it's a catch-22. So, I mean, like, I'm conflicted about this episode. There were great moments, also a lot of "Where in the fuck did this come from?" And also a lot more of, "Man, it seemed I kinda think I think you were just stumbling around and accidentally stumbled into the Asher is in hell theory, but I'm kind of leaning into Asher is in hell at this point."
I don't know. My thoughts on this episode, like you said, on paper, all of these sort of like plot points sound great. The execution leading up to all of them, not fantastic for me. But I'm very bitter, gentlemen. I'm very, very, very bitter about this episode because what have I been waiting for this whole fucking
Halara to
show?
do a crazy.
Halara to go nuts.
Oh yeah,
And she did
they just
nothing. She
brushed
did
that entire thing out of the way.
that
No, I don't have
whole
any
thing.
feelings towards Asher anymore.
I'm
It's
done
like,
with that. I'm done with that. Oh, do this for me as a friend. Messi is in it for like 30 seconds just to steal some opium, whatever. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You set up Halara as like even in
yeah,
that early
what was that
scene with
episode
Achille where
2?
she's like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna poison
I'll
you, bitch.
poison.
Stay away from me.
Yeah,
And suddenly like Halara's not there's no hell hath no fury like a Halara scorned. We're not getting that. I'm very bitter. I am
yeah.
very bitter about
We
that.
forgot all about that. But yeah, they completely. I mean, to a certain extent, that is a plot thread that they have tied up now. I'm
Well,
not saying it's good. I'm just
no, it's
saying they have.
terrible. It's terrible. And I told you guys last episode I was worried about it. And Steve was like, "Oh no, I saw like Halara looking over at Viridia, blah blah blah." I was like, "No, that was not the vibe I got from it." And they fucking just dropped that whole thing here. So I was very
I
bitter,
did
disappointed about
call
that.
that this show was going to disappoint us in the last 2 episodes.
You,
If you,
Ronan, you expect everything to disappoint you.
if you
That's
lean
true.
to nihilism, you
That's
will
true.
always come out on top. Just be
Um,
nihilistic, and you will always come out ahead.
I think Caesar was a little wasted in this. Caesar and Cornelia were kind of wasted in this. It was funny that Stephen DeKnight got one more opportunity to get his wife naked in the show, which was appreciated. Thank you, Stephen
Yeah,
DeKnight. But I was like, okay, Caesar shows up. I'm like, all right, Caesar's gonna do shit. They do nothing. They're hiding in a like part of the ludus while all this shit happens, and they just stumble out, and they're like, oh. I'm like, a character like Caesar, do something more than this. I did like the moment when he tells Asher, he's like, smile, Asher, or I'm going to fucking slit your throat right now.
I'll end you where
That
you
was good.
fucking stand.
That was good.
Because again, WCW sucks.
Yeah, this episode to me, I didn't think it was horrible. I did not hate this episode, but this was probably the most disappointing episode for me because I felt so many moments to me just weren't earned. And the thing I wanted to see, my girl taking some fucking vengeance out on somebody, isn't gonna happen. And I feel like that's all by the wayside now. And I'm going to ask you guys your predictions for the final episode in a bit.
Fuck.
But Steve, what are your thoughts on this episode?
Yeah, I agree with everything you both said. That there's a lot of unearned shit. A lot of shit comes out of nowhere. I had a great fucking time with this episode. I was laughing my ass off at the end of it. It's like
The ending is good.
yeah, I can see where they were going. I could see where previous plot threads would lead up to Gabinius, basically telling Asher, "You're like a son to me." They didn't do a good job with that. They absolutely did not stick the landing on any of those. So I get the point, but they fucked it up. Still had a fantastic time, laughing my ass off at the end of this. I was so
The end is
happy
funny.
there's a point where you see Asher get a look in his eye, and I'm like, oh, here comes the scheme. He's gonna do it. Had a great time. It's not a good episode. It's an entertaining episode. Gabinius fucking acted the shit out of his role in this.
Yeah.
I fully agree with all the criticisms. Had a great time. I am also on team Asher is in hell. This is the underworld. 'Cause it's like, as long as he was taking loss after loss after loss, I could see, Asher's got to earn something. Now he has suffered an actual tragedy, and I from his perspective, an actual like tragedy. Like he
He
just
did
earned.
not want this. He did not want this. Was the one man Asher really did not want to cap it as
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah, so I could absolutely see, the end of the next episode is him waking up back in the pit with Lucy Lawless, and is like, haha, you fucking suck.
And now you relive all of it and sends him back.
Every other life you could have lived is going to turn out shitty. Yeah, she probably will just pitch him into another alternate timeline where everything's going to go wrong for him.
Every new season is
a
just
new timeline.
Is a new timeline. New
Multiverse show that Steve can finally get behind.
I want to say though, We've been trying to figure out, like, we've been saying, like, what is Asher's end game, and I have been pitching, maybe his end game is just he wants to be a really good Lanista and he wants to bang Viridia. I think this episode supports that because the thing that Caesar dangles in front of Asher is the arena will be rebuilt and you are in charge of it. So I don't
See,
think this is a world where Asher was expecting to join the fucking Senate or something or take over Rome. I think he is, whether we like it or not, I think this is a story about Asher being willing to play ball in Roman society, and the Romans keep fucking him over.
yeah, and I don't want to see that show.
Fine.
But
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
that's the one they gave us, though.
this would have been stronger if at some point, even early on, because if we had those sequences with like Asher and Halara, and they're kind of in love. Like Asher's actually acting like he actually cares about her, and apparently he just ditched her. Doesn't give a shit in
Yeah, all
Halara.
of that's
I
been
still give a
dropped
shit in
too.
Halara. I still give a shit. I'm behind you.
Don't you
But it
listen to
would have been.
him, girl. He just wants that ass.
But if this was a show about that, I could have used one fucking scene with just Asher and Halara, and
And
Asher just
Halara's
being like
ass.
and Halara's ass, just
With that
basically
heavenly
stating
light shining upon it.
with the wetness, the glistening, the key light
Ah!
right there. But just Asher like opening up to her and like, I this is what do you want, Asher? I just want like to fit in. I want to be a good person. I want to atone for the shit in my past. I want to, I've always wanted to be a gladiator. I always wanted to be one. And I feel like I can do that. I can rebuild this arena. That's what I want. They could have said that at any point in this
They could
show
have.
and be like, I got it. Okay, I understand. The fact that episode 9 we're debating whether or not I think this show might be Asher just wants to be
Yeah.
a good person.
Have you also
Just like
considered that we're stupid and maybe we're just not getting it?
possibly. Cool, but maybe the flowery language has just gone way over our head or something. Leave a comment down below, viewers. Like, what do you think the show is ultimately? What is Asher's endgame? I'm going to tell you guys. Well, let's go into predictions for the final episode. So next Friday, 50 minutes, 90 minutes, however
Assuming it's
long it
next
goes.
Friday. They
Yeah, yeah.
got
Yeah.
So Ronan, I'm going to go to you first. Give me your predictions. How does this show end? How do all of our main characters sort of, resolve their various storylines, and how does this show end?
oh fuck. More than likely I don't know exactly how it's gonna end. My assumption is like, well, at least part of it is that Caesar, like the Caesar and his wife, they are the only two that are aware that, like, of what happened. Well, but also Pompey, I guess, but Pompey's not going to be telling anybody. They are the only ones aware that, like, Asher kind of sort of was behind this. I mean, he had no intention for the senator to get killed, but it's still technically so that now just gives them a lot more ammunition to use against Asher in hell. So I can see that, like, little thing, like Caesar dangling that over his head now to be like, "Oh, I've got you by the balls with this one." Uh,
But
fuck,
what's he
let's
going to
see.
do? Like, what's the end game, though?
I
That's
don't.
the thing. Like how
Pirates,
what when
pirates
the
will kidnap. Pirates will kidnap Caesar
the
because
Cilician pirates show up.
because Caesar, I believe, I don't know if that's already happened at this point, but isn't it the pirates that do capture Caesar and Caesar tells them it's like,
Hmm.
when they ask for their ransom, Caesar's like,
That
"That's all
was
you asked
way in the
for?"
past, though. Yeah, this
Okay.
is by this
Okay.
point he's yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
So you don't know basically. You have no idea. Okay, how does the
I have
Achilles
no idea.
storyline? Tell me how you think the Achilles storyline plays out.
It wouldn't shock me if, like, okay, now that they have made her the actual champion of the House of Asher, I mean, for real reals, not for play, but for really reals this time, that now we will get an impromptu gladiator game because we have to close up the storyline of Achillea versus the giant Celtic woman. So we
Yeah,
have to have that storyline closed up.
got to get her
Uh,
revenge, right?
will will Verinia learn about what Asher did? Finger quotes, and there will be no crazy Hilaria. So ha.
Damn it! All right, Steve, what do you think? How does this end? How does everything wrap up and the show end?
Yeah, this is to the detriment of this show. I have no fucking idea. The only thing I'm expecting for sure is a final battle between Achillea and the lady gladiator that killed Daddy Gladiator. Beyond that, I have no fucking idea. Like I mean, if we want to get really wild, I could see scenarios like, you know, Asher wins. Maybe we fast forward to the future and the arena's been built, and then he finds out, then he realizes that, he's still fucking miserable, and then it cuts back to Lucy Lawless, like, I gotcha, bitch. Uh, I genuinely have no clue. Like, they have not built
Ooh, if the next episode
anything.
opens with a time jump, because these shows never tell you, we'll just like if the arena's just suddenly going to be built and Asher's going to actually have, the senator's daughter with them, and it's just like we're going to be like angry that they
I,
just fucking time
Well,
jumped.
let me
I
ask you guys this: how do you want it to end? Like, if I'm asking, like, how do you think it will end? You're like, I don't know, but how do you want this show to end?
As least has
That's a
not
problem, right? That's an
what
indictment
the
on the show. We don't know
only
how, or we
thing
don't know what we
the
want.
only thing that I want with absolute certainty is don't end it on a cliffhanger. It
no.
certainly seems like you're not going to get a season 2. So wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it the fuck up. Even if you have to rush through things, don't fucking don't half-ass it. Don't, I don't know, kill Viridia, or wrap up the political plot line. Like, now the triumvirate is going to be a thing, and then Asher's like, Asher is about to have the arena built, and we never see any of that because
Yeah.
the show
I
is,
mean if this show
don't end it where like someone has got Asher, or a way they could fucking end it that I would hate is Asher wins over and over and over again next episode. Crassus is on his side. The arena is going to get built. Achillea beats the other Lady Gladiator, and Asher, like, Viridia has said, "Fuck it." My dad said, "I don't care about my Roman heritage." Asher, I want you. And then the end of the episode is Viridia has just found out the truth about Gabinius, and she pulls a knife on him and fade to black, and we never get a season 2. Like, that's some shit I could see them doing, and I don't want them doing that.
No. Yeah, and also it does occur to me too, since every episode of the show has had to dig a little deeper to find a new way to kick Asher in the dick. This like killing Viridia, that's that is kind of the last way they have to kick him in the dick. We got to kick him in the ball somehow in the last episode. I kind of doubt that killing Hilaria is gonna he'd be sad, but that's not like a dick kick really.
I think I don't think that we're gonna get Asher. We find out, haha, Asher, you're in hell, and it's Lucy Lawless anymore, because Stephen Knight said he has like a 5 season arc for all of this. So
I
he's like,
don't believe him.
I
I
hope
don't
they,
believe him.
I
It's a
hope they,
lie.
blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Here's what I think's gonna happen. I what I think in slash want, I guess they're sort of interchangeable. I think Viridia will die, and I think that Halara will kill her, and she better. Like, that better be what
You're
happens. I
just
think I think
you're dying
Asher
on
will
that
then
hill.
Asher is gonna like strangle Halara and kill her for killing Viridia. I think that Messia is gonna go to Rome and live with Cornelia and Caesar, because that's what her whole storyline has been this whole time. She wants to go off, and Cornelia is like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm going to bring her with me." I think Achillea is going to beat the Amazon woman, but I think Achillea, wild prediction, I think Achillea dies. I think she dies in the arena, killing this woman, and basically Asher has lost everything at that point in time, and then he'll try to figure out a way to do something, and it's gonna like fade or cut to black, and then we're gonna have that
Yeah.
cliffhanger Steve doesn't want.
What if Halara and Messia both go crazy? Because there's a scene where when
Please.
Caesar comes back and asks Cornelia, "Yeah, what's going on with Messia?" and Cornelia, like,
She does very much. Yeah.
all the times previous, we saw Cornelia treat Messia as if she thought very highly of Messia, but she tells Caesar, "Oh, she was just a distraction while you were gone? What if Messi is finally like, yes, they're gonna take me to Rome. I'm finally going to escape Asher. And then Cornelia is like, no, I don't need you anymore. I'm done playing with you. And then both of the ladies go nuts, and we have
That would
House
be
of
amazing.
Hilara.
But yeah, House of Halara. Give me that multiverse show, please. And it's like, wouldn't it be a great power couple? Asher and Halara on their way to the Roman Senate somehow, or something like that. Because even does anybody want to see a season 2 of this show in this ludus again? Like, do we really want to see another season of Asher hanging out in
I
this ludus
I
with the shitty
never yeah,
gladiators?
I never need to see gladiators again after this.
No, if you're not going to commit fully to the gladiators, like this, what this show has taught us is the gladiators do not work as a B or a C plot. They have to be like they got to be the focal point of the show. Like like one of them has to be your main character,
Yeah.
not somebody that was because I will kind of give it a little bit like that was a bait and switch when we were getting previews for the show. It's like we're thinking that oh well it seems to be set up as like Achilles is going to kind of be the Spartacus of this show, and it turns out no, there is no Spartacus equivalent of this show. All of the gladiators are maybe a B tier support character at best. At
They're
best, that's
they're all Rascos level.
yeah
Yeah.
Roscoe
What
sort.
what what happens with Chorus at the end of next episode, fellas? Like, what does Chorus do? Does he?
They've kind
He's
yeah, that's another one where they've kind of just like his storylines are over. So like they had nothing for him to do in this episode, so he's just kind of there because his stuff's over. His plot's over.
It pains me, but I mean, we're gonna obviously wait till the finale, and then I'd like to do kind of like a wrap up show as well, where we just kind of discuss everything. But I'm teetering dangerously close to I'm not sure I like House of Asher. I'm teetering there. I'm still on the side of I like the show overall, but this last episode next Friday better be a fucking banger. Like, I want to be surprised. Fucking kill Caesar or something. Like do something I'm not expecting. Right? Like, shock me. Be like, oh hell yeah! Like, this was super cool. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Leave a comment
No,
down below, folks. Leave
I
a
mean
comment down below.
if they've got a 5 season arc that they have planned out, I can tell you it's like what would I like to see with that? What ultimately we've said it before. I'm like if you're going to do this like idea of no like a whole alternative kind of history thing like or maybe not alternative history, but I want fucking Asher head of fucking Rome. That's what
Yes,
I want.
Emperor Asher. That
If
is
you
what I want,
if
and I
you're
want him
gonna do
scheming his
this
entire
5
way. I
if you're
said
gonna
that
do
from the
this
beginning.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do this like spiral like sprawling 5 season arc, which honestly, when I read the quote about him saying, "Oh yeah, I've got this idea," I didn't interpret that as I have an idea for this show to go on for 5 seasons. I interpreted that as I have an idea to do at least 5 different kind of spin-off shows based on
Well,
something like this.
can you imagine a five, let's say a 5 season arc of this show, and you do have Caesar through the whole thing, and Caesar, like in history, manipulates his way to basically becoming emperor, but it's Asher that manipulates the Senate to assassinate him, and then Asher ends up becoming emperor of Rome. I mean, that'd just be a cool alternate history thing, and be sweet. And then Asher gets his ultimate sort of thing. But then again, it goes against the entire opening scene of this show, where Lucy Lawless is like, "You're in fucking hell, buddy. You want to see what the gods would have done to you if you survived?" So it's like, what? This guy assaulted Lucy Lawless. We cannot forgive that. But then we want him to. I don't know, man.
It
The
suddenly
tone
occurs
is all
to
over the place in this show.
I do suddenly remember something. This was a prediction we had way early on because the showrunners were like, "Oh yeah, you're going to get some surprises from
Oh
like the
yeah.
from like surviving Spartacus members." Like, well, there's only like two. It's Agron and Nasir. That's like that's it. It's only two. So it's
Stephen
like
Knight said that they're just going to stay on the goat farm and not be part of the show. That's what he said. But there was a comment that there's going to be sort of a like major cameo or
that
appearance
could have
by
just been
somebody.
Lucy Lawless, the thing that
Is it
they
going to be?
thewin.
Is it going to be Crassus? Crassus has
We
to
need
show up,
Crassus.
right?
Crassus needs to come back.
Like, what will Crassus do in the last episode? Like, he shows up and does what?
I would assume if he does, I mean, my guess is he shows up and he tells Asher how, how lame he is and how stupid he is and how much of a fuckboy he
Does
is.
Asher kill Crassus and take all of his money?
How?
I don't know, dude. I'm not a writer for this show. I'm just trying to come up with something better than what they're giving me now. I'm just trying. I'm trying. Anyway, folks, thank you for listening to another episode of Jupiter's Crock. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think is going to happen next Friday? Are you excited to see what's going to happen? Are you dreading what's going to happen based on what you saw in this episode? Is Halara going to get her revenge like
He's not.
everybody wants to see?
Just let it go, bro. Let it
At
go.
the very least, can we get another bath shot or something
Here,
of Clara,
here.
please? But yeah, leave a comment down below. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back next Friday with the final episode of House of Asher. See you later, everybody.